Massive signing imminent. There goes Brian Cashman. There goes former New York Yankee Juan Soto. There goes Hal Steinbrenner. He's got a very large checkbook. And there goes Max Fried, future Yankee. We're going to talk about right here on Yankees Digest, bring you all things Yankees. But we got a quote right here from Mark Feinzen of MLB Network. Max Fried will sign with the Yankees at the winter meetings. Woo! That's it's pretty clear cut. Let's dive right into it right here on Yankees Digest, bring you all things New York Yankees. But before we say another cotton-picking word, hit that subscribe button. Closing in on 3,000 subscribers. Let's continue to bridge that gap between the non-subscribe and the subscribe. Right here on Yankees Digest, bring you all things New York Yankees. And we're going to talk about some Max Fried. We talked about him a few weeks ago. Lost track of time with the way the news is pouring in. But the Yankees are searching for starting pitching. There's no question about it. King Cole, future Hall of Famer, he's great. Carlos Rodon, he did his thing last year. He was a solid number 2. But that third spot, it has to belong to another Savage. And there's a couple on the market. The Yankees have been speed dating with Max Fried. They've been speed dating with Corbin Burns. They have been speed dating, trying to locate some starting pitching. And they've got their sights set on Mr. Max Fried. And this you got a lefty. You got a guy that he's a fighter. He's a savage out there. He's a bulldog out there. He's going to give you another bona fide starter. Really, he'd be a number 1 or number 2 anywhere else in the league. But the Yankees just need him to be a number 3. They've got the first 2 slots, health aside, locked up. And there's just too many question marks after Cole and Rodon. Yes, you've got Nestor Cortez. You see what you can get out of him. Yes, you got Luis Gil. Took a big step last year. And showed that he is going to be a staple for the Yankees for years to come. But Clark Schmidt, Marcus Stroman, a lot of question marks for the Yankees moving forward. And this right here is an answer. This is a solution. And let's dive into the numbers. Actually, let's dive into a quote real quick before we even do that. The New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox are both interested in free agent starter Max Fried, according to ESPN's Alden Gonzalez. Both New York and Boston have been heavy on Fried for weeks now, and their pursuits haven't been tied to Juan Soto, per Gonzalez. Again, Yankees missed out on Juan Soto re-signing him. The whole world knows that. The Red Sox had a whopping contract. They were in to the very end on Soto as well, but both teams are fully in on Max Fried. The Red Sox, they're trying to get back into the playoffs themselves after missing last year, and I believe the year before as well. Meanwhile, the Yankees, let's not kid ourselves. As we mentioned before, outside of Rodon, outside of King Cole, they could use another starter. They absolutely could. Again, you look over to the Dodgers. They got Blake Snell to go with Glasnow, to go with Yamamoto, to go with Shohei Ohtani, who will be pitching next year. Walker Buehler, you don't know his future. I believe he is a free agent as well. So the Yankees have checked in on him as well. But the Yankees are absolutely in on Max Fried. And these reports from Alden Gonzalez, from Mark Feinzen of MLB Network, they are all in on starting pitching, and they want themselves some Max Fried. And it just makes too much sense. It just makes too much sense for the Yankees now, knowing that they don't have Soto to fortify the pitching, and of course set their sights. Keep messing that up. Setting their sights on bats as well as arms. They need starting pitching. They need bullpen relief, some setup guys to get to their closer, Luke Weaver, as we all know, and they absolutely need bats. You know what I mean? So this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. And again, the pressure is on this guy. The pressure's on this guy. I mentioned it before in the last video I did. How could it not be? I mean, Juan Soto is not a Yankee. And if you're a part of the Evil Empire fan base like myself, like you guys at home, watching this video and fans of the channel, thanks for subscribing as well. Like and subscribe. You are thinking about ways to soften the gut punch, soften the blow, and to get back on track to getting back to the Fall Classic. And Cashman, the floor is yours. What are you going to do to get this train back on the tracks? And a big step, a big first step, I'm telling you guys, absolutely, is securing the services of Max Fried. And let's dive into the numbers. Let's dive into the numbers. Numbers don't lie. We all know that. Again, I'll take that 3.25 ERA. I'll take those 166 strikeouts. I'll take that 1.16 whip. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the wins and losses. It's baseball in 2024 going into 2025. Wins and losses for a pitcher really don't mean much. They just don't. With the way these bullpens and the pitch clock and all these wacky, wonky analytics is going, it's really about those earned runs. That ERA, though, that right there, that's a staple. You pay attention to that. So if you're the Yankees, this is your guy. This is your guy. This is your guy. Let's not overthink this. The Yankees have to invest in starting pitching. They have to invest in the bullpen. They have to invest in bats. Those big three have to be addressed because as currently constructed, they're not getting back to the World Series. Losing Juan Soto is a domino effect. Now you have to pivot, and now you have to make moves to fill that void. And it's a big void, trust me. Nobody is underselling it whatsoever. This is very different than the Robinson Cano departure from years past when he went to the Mariners. How'd that work out? But make no mistake, the Yankees have to get busy, and this is a big first step. You know what I mean? Alex Bregman's out there too. Teoscar Hernandez, former Dodger, Yankee killer. He's out there too. Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, he's out there too. There's a lot of names out there who can come in and help you get back to the World Series. But from a pitching standpoint, this is one of the best names out there. You know, Fried and Burns, they're 1 and 2. They're the two best pitchers on the market right now. And if you're New York, you got to snatch up one of those guys. It's just that simple. You can't miss out on Fried and Burns or one of them. Maybe one of them, maybe. But to not land one of these guys, man, you're really setting yourself up to take a major step back in 2025. And the writing's on the wall. Yankees are going to be spenders. They already showed their hand. They've got about nearly $800 million to play with. Now it's not going to go in the pocket of Scott Boras and Juan Soto. You can allocate that to a number of positions. You can allocate that toward pitching. You can allocate that toward bats, toward bullpen help. There's a number of areas that the Yankees need help, and you got the money. There's no salary cap. There's a luxury tax. Lord knows the Dodgers don't care about that. What are you gonna do, Mr. I'm gonna keep showing this guy's face until he makes some freaking moves. What are you gonna do, Mr. Cashman, to get this team better, to make this team better, and get them back in the championship conversation? Because right now, minus Juan Soto, sans Juan Soto, the Yankees aren't in this. They're not in the World Series conversation. They're not. Sorry, God, that's just what it is. So Max Fried, the floor is yours. Brian Cashman, the floor is yours. Yankees, they've got some work to do, and we're going to continue to cover it. That does it for this video. Come on back. The hot stove. It's the winter meetings, but it's the hot stove for real, for real. It's getting muy caliente in the party. Woo! Free agency is just starting, and man, it's getting spicy. That does it for this video. Come on back. Come on this journey. This has been Ugo Onyianta with Yankees Digest, bringing you all things New York Yankees. Thanks for tuning in. Come on back. Peace.